Hello, everybody. 2 Vibe Tribe streams in one day. What's up with that? Hi, my name is Finn. I'm going to be your dungeon deity for tonight's adventure and the ongoing adventures for Between the Prose. We are down a player tonight, but we are still going to play as normal. Erica sends her love and her regards. Let's introduce our players real quick, starting with Maximus.
Hello, I am Maximus playing Kunda, and don't mind the voice, I am currently getting over a cold. I decided to come anyway. Do hope for a good game this session.
I'll do my best to make that happen, I promise. And thank you for being here. I'm sorry you're feeling sick. Dan, you want to go next?
Dan Sebastian. I'll be playing Mordau of Clan Viento. It's got a lot of other names past that, but we'll get to it. He's ready to break some wheels and maybe throw some people around. Who knows?
Connor.
That's me. Hi, I'm Connor. I will be playing as Love, the Tiefling Fey Wanderer Ranger. I am the one here who had 2 Vibe Tribe streams today, because we also had El Juego this morning for those of us on the West Coast. So go check out the most recent episode of El Juego, because it was pretty fun. There's a dog right over there next to me.
There's a dog.
Hello, dog.
Hello,
Goodbye,
dog. No, dog's still there. By the way, I promised I would do this. Connor, what's the name of this stream?
But be honest, I don't even remember, man. I second guessed myself earlier. I think I got it right, but
Okay.
I'm pretty
What is
sure it says up here, it says Between the Prose. And I know in my brain I almost said Beyond the Prose.
Yep. Everybody does. It's okay.
And I think there was another B word that I can't, like a B something, the prose, that I was also
Betwixt.
It was it was like betwixt.
Betwixt the prose.
But I think what it was, I was having like a Deftones moment of going like the beneath, beyond, between kind of thing.
Mhm.
So that was my brain earlier. But anyway, it's Between the Prose, and I'm pretty sure you got it right. But in order to check and make sure I got it right, go back and watch El Juego's episode today, and put it in the comments if you did it. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he fumbled. What we also found out during El Juego this morning was that on Twitch we need to reach at least 50 followers before we can like upgrade and get cool stuff going. So if you're not already following Vibe Tribe Productions on Twitch, please do that. We are like, I think 7 away at this moment in time. So we are very close, and I really want to convince Will and Mikey to let me get a head pat emoji. I really want to do it. But anyway, let's start our game. So last we left off was like a month ago. And we have been traveling through the forest with our party, as well as our blind king Klaus and our mysterious girl from a lighthouse tower, Borealis. There was a lot of kind of exposition, I felt like, last session, and we kind of found some stuff out about everybody. What we also found out, which was interesting, was when the party said certain words, they would be overcome with a little bit of a headache and start to feel strange. And after kind of poking and prodding at the logic of this story, something called the fog of parchment started to creep in and seemed to threaten the story that they were in, including Borealis and Klaus, who appeared to be frozen in time. But we have moved on and have started walking again. As we make our way through this forest path, is there anything that our party members would like to do?
Say every word I know.
Okay, go for it. We can listen. We can do 3 hours of this.
Potato.
Okay.
That's two.
Foot.
Okay.
Shoe.
Okay.
Dirt.
Mhm.
Rock.
Mhm.
Kid.
Mhm.
Girl.
Mhm.
Eyes, blind, mace, and Love's just gonna keep kind of going in circles of everything that she sees.
No, come
kinda
on, let's
under her
go.
breath.
Let's
You
go. Let's
sure?
do this proverbial. Yeah, let's do 3 hours of this. I don't see how this
Okay.
could go wrong.
Hold up. Spider.
Okay. Max and
leaf.
Stan, like, you guys get in on this too. Let's go. Let's fill up 3 hours like this.
Spider where?
Right there in my window. It's over there. I see it. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to say every word that I can think of and see to try and figure out what's the what's that trigger word for us to have them moments and stuff. I don't know if you guys have them too, but I'm drawing a bit of a blank, and I'm a little worried.
I thought I'd honed in on it whenever Cool said it.
Love is gonna say that he's Kunda is basically writing down like every word that she says in his book, and is just crossing them out with an X next to them. I'm like,
Perfect.
also, don't worry, I've got plenty of pages in this book.
Excellent.
It's a
Yeah, I think-
refillable notebook.
Around the time that Love says the word rock, like for the 4th or 5th time, she's just like, I can't. I'm out. I'm done. I tried.
Borealis speaks up and says, "Why are you just saying words?"
It's kind of a literary thing. Just to work words that you don't usually say into your palette, your mind palette.
Oh, I like that. I do you mind if I try?
Sure.
Freedom. Wrath. Walking. And she just kind of goes on like that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Love's gonna look at Borealis and
Mhm.
get a little like investigatey, like narrowed eyes, and
Mhm.
story. Book.
I had books in the lighthouse.
What kind of books did you have in the lighthouse?
Oh, well, there was there was a kind of like a rotation. And they sort of scaled up when I throughout the years as I kind of grew older. There were some, like, I guess, fairy tales. As I kind of got into the academic years, more kind of, I guess, like, well, academic texts,
Mm-hmm.
math, letters, arithmetic, I guess, grammar, biology, history, religion.
Anything about like other worlds or like traveling between like pages and stories and different locations? Anything about maybe like stories written from the perspective of someone who seems to be traveling a lot, or like going to places that and making them sound real, but you don't think that they've ever existed? Do you anything like that?
Um, well, I haven't really been much of a fan of fantasy novels, the
Mhm.
genre. Um, there was one oh, there was now that you kind of mention traveling, there was a series I read, a few of them, that was kind of geared more towards children. Had a character who went on these wild adventures and saved the day all of these different ways, and just hopped around from place to place, it sounded like. I haven't thought about that book in years.
Do you remember what it was? What it was called?
Oh, I don't recall the name. It was always like uh someone and the blank blank blank. I there was one of going to a haunted circus or something like that. Being on a pirate ship, I think, was another one. Um, oh, what was it? The character. It was just one main character.
Mm-hmm.
Had an interesting name. It was. Oh, I wish I could remember it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm realizing that
Thinking it.
I'm trying to pull up Roll20 and it's not loading.
It's gonna be the tiefling lady.
What tiefling lady? Love?
This one?
Loves a tiefling lady.
It's me?
Loves a
other-
tiefling.
The other one.
I was organizing my dice earlier today, and now I just have a dice tray full of loose dice that I don't know what to do with.
Is that a clue?
No, do you want to see the other dice collection that I have? I stole a jar from my job. And I put more dice in it.
Wow, yeah,
Nice.
nice.
And that's not even all of them. Anyway, let's play D&D.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's use those dice digitally.
Digitally. What did you want to do, Connor? As Roll20 was not loading for you.
Oh, it's loading now. I had to
Okay.
redo the bookmark and stuff, and now I have to sit through the ads. Sorry. I think what I'm trying to do is I would like to, since I'm trying to focus on this mindset of like, okay, maybe if I like I'm aware that there's some kind of verbiage that's triggering for this.
Mhm.
Trying to remember anything about
Mhm.
like what was said, like the conversation itself, like the discussion, the anything. I'm pulling up my character sheet. So if you'd like me to roll something, I'd be happy to, but I'm not sure what you would like me to roll.
I don't think there is anything to roll right now.
Okay, fine. Then I won't.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did that other tiefling ever say their name? I know you had
The
more. Yeah,
purple,
the purple
one from
Mhm, mhm,
Adelaide's World?
mhm.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Okay. Maybe one of the other two would remember because Mordau, he heard it but refused to remember the name.
Mordau was too busy hating on this purple tiefling.
No, exactly. It very much was a like Mordau very vividly remembered the name, but was so mad. It was like, nope, just throwing this in the trash.
Anybody can roll me a history check to try and remember that purple tiefling's name.
I'd have to do it with the disadvantage.
Alright, if you want to.
I don't know about you.
I'm feeling 20.
Quick question, Finn. Knowing my line of, knowing Kunda's line of work and stuff, he's probably gonna ask like the people that put her there,
Mhm.
if she can give like a description of them.
No. They were all veiled up.
Yep. Yes. For the history check, I texted Connor the name of the tiefling for funsies. So now Love who definitely remembers the name of the tiefling because it's weird to notice another tiefling kind of in a fantasy world. Don't laugh at my naming conventions.
No, I'm not laughing at your naming conventions. I'm laughing at my inability to remember this name because the moment I saw the first 2 letters, I was like, of fucking course, it is this. We just made it over the 30 minutes. Awesome. I can swears.
Is that the cutoff? Is 30 minutes?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just assuming. Yeah, Love remembers now with the
cool.
assist.
We're coming back to that in just a moment.
Yeah.
Fundar, you want to ask Borealis about the doctors that kept her in the tower?
Yes.
Yeah. She tells you that they never told her their names, but it appeared to be a man and a woman. They always wore long dark robes, black gloves, and always wore bird-like face masks, but they would somewhat freely talk to her, which is another indicator of how she knew that one was a man and one was a woman. She's also kind of divulged this information to you guys as you have walked from the lighthouse tower.
While she's giving the description, she's writing. He's writing it down in his notebook.
Perfect. She also, I can't remember if she has said this previously. I'm pretty sure she has, but she has stated that the 2 individuals, she at one point tried to call them like mother and father, and they shot that shit down real quick and insisted that they were just the doctors, and that there was no other way thing that Borealis needed to refer to them as.
They had no symbols or markings.
No symbols, no markings, no like religious symbols, just very uniform, amorphous, I guess would be the word. Looking clothes.
Can I throw one other side investigative type thing real quick?
Yep.
While this conversation has been happening, what is Klaus's like general reaction or existence or whatever?
To
the us going through the names, like is he joining along, is he not? To us revisiting Borealis history, just kind of trying to get like, is this listening intently? Is his attention elsewhere?
When you're paying pretty close attention to him during this time, it sounds like, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to make you roll for it. You would see that as you're kind of listing off stuff, he's kind of not like zoning out, but he is more concentrating on not tripping and falling, because where we left off in our last session, he got a rope tied to him and was made to kind of trail along behind the party, with Lori the Lorikeet being a sound cue for him on the pathway to follow. So he's more focusing on walking the path in that way. When it comes to asking Borealis about her past and about the doctors, he, as subtle as he tries to become, you can notice that he is paying more attention than he would probably like to show.
got it. Sorry, wrong screen. Love is gonna clock that a little bit and go. I remembered the tiefling in that we're thinking of. That was chamomile achievement.
Chamomile. Yes. Yes, it was like the tea. Yes, that was it, Borealis kind of excitedly exclaims. And for a moment she's lost in thought, and then she kind of turns back to you, Love, and she says, Did you read the books as well as whatever, a child or a teenager or anything?
No, I've read a lot of books, but I've never read any that feature chamomile achievement or anyone close to that name. But I'm familiar with the idea and the story, and like stories tend to repeat themselves over time, and new ideas and new characters, and so I'm familiar with that story arc, and it is one of my favorites. It's one of the things that inspired me to feel comfortable to go outside and adventure and help out my monastery and such.
I see. Huh. Yes, I wish I could remember all of the names of the books that chamomile was in. Is it chamomile or chamomile? You never quite know when you're just reading the name on the book.
When we met her, I didn't think to ask.
You met her?
Yeah,
Chamomile's a real person?
Well,
are
where
the
we
books
just came from.
autobiographical?
We met the author. We met the author.
Oh, the author.
Yeah, we met the author.
Oh. Well,
we should have asked them, but
Connor's gonna look towards Love and just be like, "Don't do that again," like with a cross face.
The most sheepish, like tiefling look of like, "I'm so sorry. That's my bad. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna."
All of you roll perception for me.
Look, that is a 10.
10. Okay. So Quendar and Love, you two see as Love makes that kind of slip up, you can see a little bit of that fog of parchment appear just behind the tree line, but nothing else happens. And then as you kind of quickly counter and recorrect yourselves, it dissipates back.
All right. How about we just use this energy and trick forward,
I'm adjusting my screen some Zoe. Okay. Bork. Klaus, after a few moments, kind of speaks up and says, I'm sure we might have those novels somewhere in the library of my home when we arrive back to the castle, if you'd like to read them. And Borealis looks to him, and her expression softens, and she says, "Oh, that might be nice. I'd like that. Yes, if it's possible, I'd like to take a look." What, Connor?
Two things.
Yeah.
Me as a player, I'm thinking of just Leroy Jenkins singing,
of course,
seeing what happens. But I don't think that's what Love would do. But Love is definitely feeling the a little suspicion and towards the motives of Klaus in terms of saying
Okay.
that, and that seems like a complicated situation that I think as a scholastic observer, Love would more want to observe as opposed to interject. But I think she's going to fall back a little bit and tap
Mhm.
Quendar and Mordo in like turn and kind of point at both of the companions and gesture of like we should watch them with that whole talky thing and almost uwu but point to them that we should watch them as they're doing their kiss thing.
Ooh,
That's a
ooh.
little suspicious to me. You know what I mean?
This is the new hand sign for suspicious.
Yeah, sus. It's the Among Us hands.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm seeing my friend who is a sign language interpreter on Wednesday, and I can't wait to go up to them and be like, "Hey, is this sus?" Can't wait. The party is conspiring against me. I can feel it. All right. You guys continue on down the forest path. You continue to walk for several more hours. The idea of travel was to take 2 days to get back to some semblance of society to be able to further find Klaus's home. As you continue on, I would like all of you to roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
I got a
You-
2.
This is suspicious.
What's suspicious?
This is suspicious. In sign language.
That's suspicious?
Mhm.
I love that. Thank you for looking that up.
You're welcome.
That's so good.
But this is sus.
This is sus. This is suspicious.
This is awkward.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh wait, this is awkward.
That's even better.
I mean, that tracks. That tracks. This is autism. That's a joke for me and my job. You guys continue on. Night continues to stretch onwards. Nothing really happens. You enjoy a quiet evening of travel. Borealis and Klaus do have some conversations to themselves as you all continue to walk. Borealis tries to include each of you into the conversation as much as she can without kind of making things awkward. But you can tell that she does still feel a little weirded out by the interaction in the clearing when unbeknownst to her, the fog of parchment was fast approaching and Mordau and Quill approached her with what felt like lightning speed to her. But you all continue on.
Do we want to have ourselves a rest? Have we been traveling long enough to have a sit down, or what's our current,
In a few hours.
Dawn is quickly approaching. You can see the first hints of sunlight peeking over the tops of the trees on the coastline that's far away.
Because it took him 2 days to get to her, so it's going to take us less since we can tell where we're going.
Yeah.
So is this a split in the road?
Yes, it is. Y'all are coming from the right-hand side of the map.
Okay. Has this become like so there's 3 different directions we can go?
Yes.
Okay. How about we get a bird's eye, see if which way we're going.
Sure. Actually, Finn, if I can, knowing, can I do a survival check with Lori? She knows the trees more than me.
What information are you hoping to gain?
Knowing that it's a that there's a way. So it's basically the upway is northward, correct? Or sorry, northwest. Because he's using points of a compass to like say which direction and stuff. Can I assume that we need to go north because it's like, unless it's a seafaring kingdom and there's docks and stuff?
I would say you could definitely use Lori to scout out the different trails ahead of you, to see what is beyond them and if any of them look closer to a certain civilization than the other. But in terms of finding out what type of kingdom it is that Klaus hails from, would probably be better figured out by talking to Klaus.
But the kingdom's
Yeah, I'm gonna
big,
get Lori to go north, but just like on the top of the trees and just see like off in the distance. But like say to Klaus, do you know compass directions and stuff?
How far does Lori fly? Can Lori fly a mile up and just see the kingdom?
Yes, I think so.
And then we can just head that way.
Although we've never tested the upper limits.
Well, of course we could tell Lori, if there's parchment, don't fly into the parchment.
Yeah.
We'll say to Lori, canopy.
Okay. Good. I'm testing something right. Bork. Okay. All right. Did you know that it would take 7 days and 1 hour to travel 461 miles by foot? That's just a fun fact.
Cool.
I was fact checking myself. Lori flies up to the canopy of the trees. She hovers a little bit in midair, and you can see her tilting her head upwards to be able to look straight into the sky. That you all can see is just typical close to coastline, fresh sky, bright stars, even as the sunlight is starting to peek out over the horizon. And Lori watches the sky for a moment, and then she turns her head back down and continues to look down over the canopy of trees before she zips back to you.
Did you ask her? Did you see any big buildings while up there?
You're just having her talk to you telepathically, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. She lets you know that she does not see any big buildings like what the two of you have seen in the past. But she does tell you that upwards feels wrong somehow. She can't really elaborate past that, but up is wrong. up feels wrong to her.
Okay, I'm gonna let so we don't do the Leroy Leroy Jenkins. I'm gonna just write it down on my notepad and just pass it to Love and say it on the note. It basically says Sky have limit? Question mark.
Love reads it
Sky's
and goes,
limit? Question.
"Oh, Quinter, that's so inspirational. I think that's oh, oh, okay.
And
I'll
he's just gonna say like don't say it out loud.
oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I'll be yeah. Hey, hey, Mordau. The sky's the limit.
How high would we say the limit is?
The sky high is what I would say, but I didn't. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Don't throw the blind king into the sky, Mordau. I know what you're thinking.
Okay.
Follow your heart. But
just gonna
do it right.
Just gonna roll a... Okay. He's fine.
Okay.
So concerning.
This
Who's
hour.
fine? Mordau is fine or Klaus is fine? Because that could be two different things.
Yes.
Is it a Constitution saving throw that you need to make?
No, that was an intrusive saving throw.
Oh. We should have an intrusive thought check in this game.
Oh wait, technically, if it was a DC, he failed. It was a natural 1. Oh, don't worry.
We'll solve that in just a few moments.
Well, just a minute.
Lori does say to Quendar, though, in addition to up is wrong, that to the northeast, she could see a little bit of smoke climbing, but it was very, very faint.
And I'll probably ask her what sort of smoke, what color.
Like campfire, she tells you.
Okay, I'm like out.
Like it was just one, like little contained little bit of smoke, not like when we used to set shit on fire for funsies, but like when we did it to make our food.
Then I'm probably gonna ask her, and I'm just gonna quickly point towards Love and just say like and just say like sort of like not too discreetly, but just go off, even though she'll other person will see it as well. It's just like, can you go behind the tree and just I'll explain what I just heard.
Love will yeah, she's she go yeah, I'll just I'll be right over here. Mordau, watch our guests, okay? And we'll just be, and Love will walk over behind a tree / bush or whatever similar.
As you leave, you hear Klaus huff and say, I'm not a guest. You're a guest in my kingdom. I'm the king.
No, never mind. That doesn't work.
No, you can start a fight. It's okay.
Well, I was gonna play a trick on him, but I don't. My go-to prank would be wasted on him.
Why? Because he's blind?
Because he's blind, and then my secondary prank would cause too much damage to him. So I'll just.
You don't know how much HP he has. You could
Yeah,
try it.
I'm not gonna.
You know, you can make an intrusive thought check.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a physical dice for this one.
Oh god, you don't have to. I'm
A lucky
tempting the fates.
13.
Alright. But Love moves behind a tree.
Yeah, she'll go behind the tree, picking up are there like loose rocks or like smaller, something like a stone, like less than palm sized?
Yeah, there's like pebbles. There's branches also. There's probably also a picked over berry bushes.
Oh. Okay. While Love is getting this information about Lori's reconnaissance flight for us, I'm gonna pick up, in the process of me picking up a stone, I'm gonna notice the picked over berry bushes. Can I check for tracks in this area? Specifically
Absolutely.
around those berry bushes and such?
Yeah. Make me either investigation or survival.
Let's see what's higher. Definitely investigation. A 12? Which has been my
12?
go-to roll.
You can see some tracks in the soft mud and dirt of this area. You're a ranger, so you can tell what is like decisive animal tracks.
Right.
You can see some that are like deer and raccoons, and you see a few like bear prints. And then you can also see some like circular tracks a little bit off of the trail. Kind of crisscrossing different ways. And then you can see some like footprints of humanoid people, and then you can see some like goat tracks, and you see some like what you think are either like dog or cat paw prints and stuff like that.
Okay. With a 12, would I be able to tell if these are older tracks or fresher tracks?
The raccoon tracks are the freshest, as are the deer tracks.
Okay.
Everything else is kind of in sliding scale of older.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Then yeah, Love is gonna also share this information with Quendar about the tracks and just point out of like the various creatures, and specifically of we're clearly close to some amount of human activity or humanoid activity, as there's sentient creature tracks over there and over there. And as she says that, with that stone that she picked up, she's gonna cast light on it, with like a here, I'll do the thing, with a like kind of like a vibrant green glow, and she's just gonna put that in the pocket of her adventurer trousers for later.
So missing Love, see the would I see the tracks as well, even though the sun's coming up?
Well, Love, Love told you about the different tracks, so I won't make you roll for anything. You can, if you go over there, you can notice the same tracks, yes. If you want to try and investigate them more, I will make you roll for it.
Do you want me to do investigation?
Either investigation or survival.
Do investigation. Ooh, yay. 18.
An 18. Where are you rolling at? Are you in D&D Beyond?
Because it decided it doesn't want to. The extension doesn't want to work today. I'm just doing on D&D Beyond.
Okay, cool. My cat is drinking water out of the fishbowl because she's gross. With an 18, she just, I give her permissions and then she does this.
It's fish soup.
It's fish soup, and she's not eating the fish, which I guess is okay. With an 18, you're also able to see that there are the circular tracks, like tracks that are from a cart or a carriage, have gone. I'm gonna draw it on the map. Actually, that seems like a fun thing to do. Have followed a trail to go from one specific area to circle around and then to go back up that area. And those tracks are not fresh, but they're not old. And then you can also see with that 18 that there are a set of the same freshness tracks of soled shoes walking from that pathway that the carriage left, or the wheeled tracks left, onto the pathway that you guys just came from.
So, like, heading towards the lighthouse?
That is correct.
Okay, so this is where the king came from. But just to be sure. Alright. Gonna take one of your shoes.
Are you accosting Klaus for his shoes?
Yes.
If I'm seeing Mordau do this before, I'm gonna say to Mordau, if you want to, you can just get him to put it in the footprint itself. You don't have to pick him up.
Oh, I'm not gonna pick him up, and I just take the shoe off him.
Klaus goes, "What do you mean you're not going to pick me up?" As he falls onto his back, his shoe being wrenched off of his foot, and now you have a king's shoe.
All right, fit it. I throw it over to Quindor.
Do you mean to try and roll to catch it? I'm like,
I would have underhand tossed it to you. I would hope you'd be able to catch.
You can choose to roll to catch it, or you can just let it fall in the mud if you want to.
I don't speedball it.
Yeah, he's just gonna catch it. I'm so sorry. So sorry. He's and just looking at him, he's not the brightest.
You just gotta make sure. Hey, I'm the one that thought of putting the foot into the mud.
Klaus, if you can I get you to put your other shoe within the print?
You only need one of them.
Klaus, who is flat on his back in the mud, is groaning in pain, and he goes, "I don't want to do anything for Mordau right now."
Yeah, just sit there. You only need one. He's not wearing two different shoes.
Unless the stride is important.
No, I'm just trying to make sure that a king's shoe is gonna be way different than anybody else's shoe.
Actually, that's a good point. That's a very solid point.
Borealis rushes over to Klaus and kind of like kneels down next to him to make sure that he's okay.
He's fine.
And she goes, "Mordau, that was That was rude. I think you should apologize.
If he can run away from wolves and bring them to your doorstep, he can handle a little fall on the ground. I've been carrying him for pretty much a whole day.
Okay, but that was still rude. I mean, he can't see what you're about to do. He can't defend himself.
I wasn't attacking him.
It was kind of like you were attacking him. Please.
I'm sorry you fell.
That's a solid apology.
Borealis just kind of like stares at Mordau, and then Klaus just waves his hand and says, whatever. Does Quindar put the shoe in the mud?
Yeah, I'm like, just to be funny, I'm like, does it fit?
It does fit.
Okay, then we are heading that way, to the north.
Alright, I'll put it back on the Grace's foot.
As Klaus feels you lift his foot to put his shoe back on, he kicks away instinctively, thinking that you are going to torture him once again. And then Borealis pats his chest and says, "No, it's fine. He's putting your shoe back on." And Klaus relaxes a little bit and then allows the shoe to be placed back on his foot.
I put a rock in the shoe.
That's so rude. Roll stealth.
No, I put it before I even put it on his shoe.
But roll stealth because Borealis is watching you.
Oh.
Or sleight of hand. Stealth or sleight of hand.
Oh, I instinctively whenever Quindar threw it back at me, I hit the ground so I could put a rock in it to pick it up.
All right. I'll allow it. Shoe goes back on his foot. Borealis helps Klaus up. Klaus tries, tests himself on his feet again and kind of grimaces at his foot. And chooses not to say anything at this time.
Alright, what do we got? Probably another day? Almost? Maybe we can get there before long.
I would hope so. A bed would be delightful right now, Klaus says.
Yeah. And a drink.
And a shower.
Your Majesty. What
sits up straighter.
Prompted you to so we know why you were in the forest and running from the wolves. But what happened before that?
Remember
what got you out on this path to begin with?
He'd heard about somebody being able to heal his eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, but what brought you out here? How did you get out here? I think that's what I'm trying to ask.
Well, I traveled by myself, and I followed a map that, as I stated previously, I am able to read with my hands because of the raised text and geographical locations.
Right. That's fantastic.
Right. Is that what they call it where you're from?
Yes.
Braille. Oh, fascinating. That's wonderful.
So, but specifically about that, were you by yourself from the moment you left your castle, home, palatial mansion?
Yes, I was. I told you all before that if I told anyone about my my plan to go searching after this fairy tale, that I would be thrown. I would be dethroned. Really, I would be locked away and mad. And I therefore.
While he's saying this, can I do an insight check? Because I'm like, just because like he's blind, it's like, and it took him 2 days to get here, and he had a cane, right?
He wears all his wise.
He did not have a cane. He does have a rapier that you can use as kind of a walking stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an insight check just to be like,
Okay,
he wears
go for it.
all of his lies on his face.
Where else is he gonna wear this?
Yeah, he's blind. He can't tell his face.
No, that's a big no. That's a 5.
5. Yeah, no way to tell.
Just kind of as he's also talking through his thing, just to look, and just for me as a player to be clear, is it obvious that these cartwheels came here and then these footprints started like from from that vehicle?
Did he get dropped off here?
Yeah, like is it that, or is it like there are 2 layers here and we're seeing like a multitude of traveling things all happening here?
Yeah, are we seeing any shoes past the trail of the wagon?
Roll investigation.
Sure.
Roll investigation at advantage.
L'advantage.
And Connor, look at your goddamn text messages.
I shall. How about a 22 again?
22 investigation.
Yeah, because I was like, why would the wagon just be turning around here when it's not in the middle of a town, not in the middle of anything? Doesn't make any sense.
It's like it looks like it's still in the woods. Why would anybody come around this way?
Right.
With investigation, you can see that there are several different types of like footprints. There are some older sets that are leading back towards this other location, this other path down here. There's a few different sets that are traveling from this way up until this way, and then there's like 3 or 4 that are going down this way, but there's only one set that appears to be going from like tracing directly through the trail that the cart or the wheels made in the mud.
Right, as if he got dropped off. Yes.
Who's to say?
So King,
there are footsteps traipsing through the mud through the cart pathway, such as like somebody was walking and then the cart came and then it kind of like crossed out some of their footprints. That kind of stuff.
So with this information and with him like giving that like step-by-step account, Love is going to motion to both Quendar and to Mordau, not really caring if Borealis sees, and mouth like play along, and to His Royal Majesty is going to say, I see. The reason I ask is we're seeing a lot of footprints and tracks here now that we're at a bit of a junction in the road, and I'm mostly curious to ensure that you weren't followed, because I think that would be a to make sure that you came out here by yourself. If there are footprints that are following the same path that you took before you left the trail and went about your adventure, that might mean that others are looking for you, and I want to make sure that we are seen as friends to you in assisting you this way, as opposed to potential, kidnappers, if you will.
And Konaska, knowing his skills, Kunda's gonna listen in to like see what his answer is. Just be like,
Perfect. Klaus kind of nods his head, and during this time, while Love was motioning to the rest of you to play along with her plan, Borealis was helping Klaus get the rock out of his shoe, so she was not seeing your interaction.
All part of the plan.
But upon hearing your explanation, Klaus thinks a little bit and says, well, I wouldn't expect anyone to have followed me. I never heard anyone while on my travels. And I'm sure that there would have been plenty of people who, seeing the king in a poor disguise such as this, and he motions down to what he's wearing, they would have no qualms about killing me in the dark wood, as I was alone and defenseless because I'm blind. I find it hard to believe that I was followed at any point in this.
You don't think you have any enemies in your walls?
A king always has enemies, Mordau.
Well, in your walls.
I don't think so.
You're so worried about them locking you up, thinking you'd be crazy. What if they followed you out here and realized, oh, he's going to go talk to so-and-so. We better go report this.
Exactly. It should be a contingency that we prepare for as we return back to your home.
Kunda's gonna pipe. Sorry. Kunda's gonna pipe up and just like reveal a bit of himself again. It's like he's revealed like a bit of lore of his thing and stuff. But Love and Mordell probably don't know, and he's probably gonna say tidbit of myself and my line of and Love sees like in quotation mark work. Knowing where we're going and who we're bringing along, do expect someone to put a knife in you.
Yeah. Love is definitely going to be looking to Quendar with a little bit more of like a okay, things are starting to add up a little bit with the whole vibe here, but okay, I'm here for it. I like it. Yeah, your highness. Really, obviously, we've been very clear. Our primary concern is the safety of Borealis here. But with you, Sir Klaus, this is
King Klaus. I'm a
of course.
king. I'm not a sir.
Right.
I don't mean to be picky, but
no, please be picky.
You know,
if anything helps, really. It's important for us to make sure that both of our charges get to the destination safely and remain safe. So if you say that you came out here alone without anyone knowing where you were going, then that helps us give information to or gives us information to be prepared. So we should be prepared for such contingencies moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, should we continue on? Quendar, I believe you said that way? Yes?
Yeah, let's follow Rex.
All right. I have to be honest with you, Klaus says.
Oh, you weren't being honest? Remember what I said?
I wasn't being fully honest. I remember what you said about people lying to you and then you cleaving them in twain.
In twain.
Also something about a foreskin, I believe, but that's neither here nor there.
He was everywhere.
I do not want to imagine that. I have to be honest with you. I did tell someone of my departure to avoid any suspicion should someone come looking for me. My advisor could say that I was ill, or that I was coming down with a case of the morbs and therefore had to stay in bed and whatnot. But I did tell my right hand, his name is Rainier, that I would be embarking on this mission.
Sorry, I was grabbing a snack.
Nice.
Quaidar just at that berry bush.
Oh, those berries are gonna give you bad diarrhea.
Maybe they won't.
We don't know.
If only there was a way to find out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Klaus has revealed a secret. To protect myself, you have to understand.
Yes, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like that is an understandable precaution to take, and that's also more or less what we're kind of talking about here. Of if you do have a wolf in the fold, gunning for your position or looking to find dirt on you or any of these other things that you as a king would be worried about, it's helpful for us to know, so we know that even though we are helping you out of the kindness of our hearts, what kind of situation we're walking into, and this seems a little important for us to know.
I have no worries about Rainier. He has been by my side through everything. He is my closest friend and like a brother to me, really. And he is noble born and has no need nor want for the throne. I can assure you.
Right.
Even while hearing this conversation, just to say to Laurie, and now again the group will see this. Kunda basically just does that good old to Laurie.
Mm-hmm. Do you want her to do something with that cue?
Snapping twice, she knows. That she's now going to become a sentinel, sort of thing.
Okay. You can see her sit a little bit straighter, and she ruffles her feathers and then places them all back in order, tightly tucked against her body.
Yep. Sorry, continue.
Is there anything else that anybody else would like to say?
I think Love is ready to get back on the road. She is going to cast a spear.
A spear?
I think she's going to cast another spell.
Roll
20. Behave.
It can't.
Nope, she's not going to cast a spell yet. She's going to wait. Okay. But yeah, Love's ready. She's going to kind of tap her staff a couple times. And yeah, be ready to set off.
Okay. You all continue off. Which path are you taking?
The north path.
Good answer. All right, you guys set off. You continue on your travels. The forest, it's still a forest, but it is starting to lighten up a little bit, both in the way of the physical light streaming in from the sunrise that is fast approaching, but also in the denseness of the trees. It is definitely trying to be more open, seems a lot more welcoming. And this, you can tell, appears to be an area of the forest that most people will travel through, as opposed to the dark path that you all had traveled down with Borealis previously. As you continue on, you can see more and more evidence of human intervention. There are hoof tracks, presumably from horses and mules, goats, sheep, and cattle that are along this road stuck in the mud. You can see cart and other wagon wheels imprinted in the mud as well. You can even see, if you look up at the canopy of the trees, that the branches have been knocked off so many times by taller loads or people riding on horseback that the trees have grown and come to adapt to this harshness by growing away from the path to help save themselves. And you all continue. As dawn fully turns into day, the bright sounds of the morning greet you as you find yourself on this road. It is ramshackle, but it is well worn. Birds are chirping in the trees all around you, and you can smell the sweet scent of tilled earth, freshly tilled earth even, dew, and, well, manure. As unpleasant as that usually is, sometimes it can be a welcome sense of civilization. And as you continue along the path, you come across these tilled fields, sometimes with planted vegetation, some sprouting, some blooming, some just having been placed in the ground the day before. And you come to another crossroads. There's a small river that's been overrun with the rain that is blocking part of the path, but it is still easy to get over. And towards that way is, in the distance, a small farming village. You can see wooden houses, you can see smoke coming out of several of the chimneys, and you can hear the clanging of a blacksmith, you think, as well as the sounds of stock animals. What would you like to do?
I think we will just walk through, right? Everybody?
How are there any people that we can see actively from this spot?
Make a investigation check. Either investigation or perception.
Do I want the 6 or the 8? I'll go with the 8. About a 25. That's it with advantage. I'm sorry, that's a 15. My bad. I turned off. Back to normal. A 15, please.
With a 15, please. You can see some people milling about off in the distance. You see a woman in a linen dress and a white apron who is carrying 2 buckets, presumably filled with water from the well and back towards a wooden residence. You still hear that clanging of blacksmith, you think, which would possibly indicate another human being or humanoid being in this area. You can hear a few children crying also. But you really only see that one woman walking kind of across that street.
Seeing we're now in a populated area, Kundai's gonna do like he done last time and disguise himself as the old man that he did before.
Okay, perfect.
But this time it's still the old man, but it's more of a clothes have changed, so to speak.
What's his new fit? He got
More
an Adidas
handyman
tracksuit?
look. Handyman, like.
All right, perfect.
I'm still the same old 8-foot gray-skinned giant.
Oh, I didn't know he was gray-skinned. He's also still wearing the sleeveless tuxedo
Mhm,
from the Donkey Skin Girl's tale.
Yeah, he's gray-skinned. He's got black hair. It's all
Nice.
in a bun.
A man bun? A Goliath bun? Ooh.
Goliath bun.
Hell yeah. Borealis watches Kundar transform and says, "How did you do that? And why did you do that?"
If people in there saw what I looked like, they would run and hide. It's just a safety precaution.
He's a little self-conscious.
Yes.
You see Borealis kind of touch the back of her neck, and she says, "Can you do that for everyone?"
No,
Or
only for
me?
myself. Sorry.
You're fine, Borealis. If anybody says anything to you, I'll throw them.
Thank you. Thank you, Mordau. Do you think I could just stay closer to you? I think if people see you because you're so tall, then maybe they won't necessarily notice me. And then she also kind of like looks at Love and looks at the fact that Love has horns and a tail. And then she goes, "Actually, maybe I think I might just be fine in general. But thank you."
Why are you looking at me?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about Love.
She's also a little self-conscious out here, okay? It's her first time in the village.
Yeah, no, I understand. I just, yeah. I think we're all, a group of normal-looking people having a normal-looking people time. So, let's go!
Borealis goes, this is what normal people are like. Okay, yeah, we're normal. We are normal people. Normal.
Just don't keep on repeating it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just repeat it in my head. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Normal people. No, I'm saying it out loud. Okay.
It'll take some practice.
Oh, I can do it. Do you guys move into the town?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
How much time has passed, real quick?
Well, it is now day. It is early morning. You would estimate probably about like 6 o'clock.
Okay, so it's been more than an hour since the crossroads?
I would say it's probably been like an hour and a half, 2 hours since the crossroads, but so it's between like 6 o'clock and like 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Got it. Love is going to then, after she says, "Let's go," she's going to reach in her pocket and check the stone, and then palm it again and cast light again, making it that like vibrant green. Check it and then put it back in her pocket.
You do so. I know you're planning shit, but I don't know what shit you're planning.
As a player, this is just a tool I can use quickly. It's a contingency. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Do we go up to anybody? Or do we see anybody? Like, is there like a bar?
There is indeed a bar. You can see that there is indeed a bar as you enter this little town. There is a bar kind of at the very end of the road here that has a stable attached to it, and it is the kind of tavern meeting point. You can see a few different types of buildings around. A lot of them are houses. You can see a small building down here on the map that is actually the blacksmith's building. And there are some people milling about. There are a few farmers who are kind of yawning and stretching. They're taking up different farming tools, and they start to pass you all by. Some of them kind of like tipping their head or their hat to you guys rather as they walk past you and back into the fields that you all just walked through. There's a vegetable stand, a little like pay what you want chicken egg stand kind of thing. And you can still hear the children laughing and kind of crying, but you don't see any children in the streets at this time. That woman who you saw carrying the buckets of water is going into the tavern area, into the stables.
I'm gonna stop at the bar real quick. If you guys need to stop anywhere, I'll catch up to you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with Borealis and Klaus for the moment. What's the ancestral makeup of this town? Is it like how it was in Adelaide's story, where there was kind of a smattering, or is it?
No.
Okay.
No, this is, from what you can see in this little village itself, is predominantly human. In fact, all human.
Got it. And Klaus is human, correct?
Klaus is human. Borealis is half-elf.
Right. Okay. Perfect. And we've been seen on our way in, I presume?
Yep. There are those few farmers who have tipped their hats to you all as they have walked past you. But nobody else is really kind of like stopping to talk to you yet.
Got it. Okay. Just vibe check wise, it's not like, look, the outsiders or anything like that. This seems a welcoming kind of like
it seems
travelers
very
coming through.
Polite. It doesn't seem
Cool.
like
Okay.
so much as like welcoming, but it's definitely not hostile.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, middle of the road is exactly what I like. Okay. Love is going to stick close to Klaus and Borealis while Mordau goes to the tavern.
Okay. Perfect.
I just go up to the tavern keep and I say, "Have you seen this lady?"
Like,
Oh my god, please take inspiration for that, Dan.
All right, I'll just put it in my amount that I got.
Oh god.
I love you, Dan. Damn it,
I love
dude.
you too, Dan. Oh my god.
What do you say?
Oh shit. I'm gonna play that back on stream and I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because that was great. I'm gonna clip that. Ooh, damn. If we make like a trailer for this game, I want that in there. Okay. So the tavern keeper, who is a big, burly, dark-skinned human man, is polishing a glass kind of absent-mindedly, and then you just roll up and shove that piece of paper in his face, and he goes, "Whoop." No. Does that have horns?
Yeah.
That lady got horns?
Yeah, she's got horns. She's got 2 horns.
What's up with her tongue?
I don't know. She's kind of dumb looking. Not because of the horns, but that's the last. I think I remember her tongue like that. It might be a condition or something. I don't know.
It might be a condition. Not the fact that she has like completely blacked out eyes, but also she's got a weird fucking
That's
tongue.
not a judge of that.
Yeah, she could have a condition. But yeah, this human man says, "No, I ain't never seen a devil like that before. Never seen a devil in general. Y'all monster hunters? I'm assuming there's a y'all."
Yeah, sure.
No, can't say I've seen that horned person. She pass around here?
Might have. That's why I was asking. How's the condition of the kingdom around here?
Oh, yeah. Kingdom's fine, I guess.
King cool guy?
I never met him.
I know, but I mean, like, down the grapevine. Does he sound like a cool guy?
Oh, never really, like, makes public appearances, from what I hear. Rumor has it he's kind of an ugly fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really, like, raised taxes. He hasn't, forced any of us to go off to war or anything like that. So
That's
I
good.
guess, yeah. Yeah, he's
Okay.
fine.
Which way to the kingdom?
Oh, you got
The
business
castle.
in the capital city?
Yeah, I'm trying to sell. I'm somebody that sells fitness regimens to kings.
Fitness regimens. Now,
Yeah.
what does that entail?
I don't think you can afford it.
No, I can't afford it, but I might know some people who could.
I'm sorry, my consultation is very expensive.
What if I give you a free drink?
I don't want to bring business into your business.
Oh, it's fine. I ain't got much business anyway.
I can take it to go, but and then I explained to him. I was like, it's a 12-week regimen, full on diet, full on going to all this consultation.
You got meal planning on there too.
Pretty much live like right across crow calls. We're hitting it.
Oh. I mean, now I'm not one to shit on a business proposition, but why not just become a farmer or a blacksmith? I mean, lots of us are just as rugged as anybody ever be.
That's the thing. That market has so many. Have you ever heard of somebody selling regiments to kings?
You know, I have not. That is a fair point.
That market is like as if you're selling a whole new crop and nobody's ever heard of it. I can't stop being busy. The last king that I had, we worked him so well. I mean, he was practically like a head's worth. He weighed less.
Oh, well, you got results from this practice then.
I did. Huh. Yeah, we really we cut their weight good.
Well, mister, I don't know, but, if the rumors are true about the king being an ugly fuck, you'll probably make a good commission down at the castle if you can, get in to see him. you'll just follow that road down, straight to the coastline. Can't miss it. The castle is directly on the water.
All right. Cheers. How much? I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
Hell yeah!
Just break the whole economics of this town.
He looks at the 5 gold on the bar and he's like, "Oh, what's that for?"
That's for you, bud.
For me.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with gold?
Live it. This takes care of the year?
This takes care of 50 years.
Live your life. This is, or if you want, maybe get into the workout regimen. Do what you want. Don't be a farmer. Don't be.
I left the farming life behind me. I can't quite work the fields anymore. Got a bad sciatic nerve, doctor told me. You're paying quite a lot. I'd feel bad just taking this. How about I give you a room?
No, we're just passing through. I'll take a barrel though.
A barrel?
Yeah.
You want a barrel of whiskey?
Yep. Okay, that
Barrel
works.
of mead? Barrel of beer?
Whiskey. You started off with a higher percentage. So that's what I'm going to take.
The bartender just fucked himself.
5 gold. All right. I just put the barrel in my bag.
You just reach over the bar and grab the barrel from the top and just put it over your shoulders.
I plug a little spout like right here. And I'm like, all right. Cheers.
You know what, Connor? We could always call this a Daryl Barrel special.
I was thinking it, and I didn't want to give a shout out without, Anyway, I'm with you.
I'm already giving them a shout out.
Yeah,
they're right there. They're right there.
They're right there.
They're right there.
It's fine.
They're
We're
always
good.
right there. Yeah. If Vibe Tribe Productions becomes big enough that we get to go to like cool podcaster stuff, and then we get to like meet the daddies.
I know. I just don't want to say it out loud. Otherwise, it won't
I'm saying it out loud.
It won't come
Don't
true.
jinx it.
It's not 11/11. I'm not making a wish. It's not my birthday yet. I'm not blowing out the candles. I'm just saying.
Just saying. All right, I come outside.
Yeah, you come outside. You have a barrel of whiskey. You're 5 gold less.
That way.
As Kunda's noticing the town and stuff, do I notice anything off?
Off how?
Even though it's in the middle, of nowhere, and there's like, is it predominantly human?
Mm-hmm. It is all human from what you can see, from what examples you have seen.
Yeah, in my disguise and seeing Mordell come out, he's gonna also go into the bar and like in his disguise and stuff, and like just sort of nonchalantly give him like just see if something's gonna happen. So give him a gold piece and say,
You're giving me a gold piece?
No, I'm giving the barkeep.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
Him
600 gold.
And say,
I almost just
gonna ask any tall tales recently.
Any tall tales? The barkeep says as he's like holding the 5 gold pieces that Mordau gave him, and he like lifts one up to his teeth surreptitiously and just like bites it to test it's real, to see if it's real or not. Are you?
No, I'm not with him. Sorry, no.
Answers that it's with him. Like, I'm not even there anymore.
The barkeep knows what's up, but he doesn't say anything.
So I see you have a blacksmith and anything else, and he's gonna say emphasize on the else within this town that I would know about, and then basically he's sorry, can I do a persuasion check and like just pass the gold pieces, like say
Yeah. Roll persuasion at advantage because you're giving him money.
Alexa, turn off all lights.
Ooh.
okay.
The moon.
14.
A 14. All right. He takes the gold and kind of slips it beneath the bar, and he starts to pour you a drink. Places a tankard in front of you and just kind of pours from a flask of his. No, not a flask. From a bottle on the shelf behind him, and he says,
Okay.
"You want tall tales? Well, I just had some tall, muscular motherfucker come in here and tell me that he sells fitness regimes to kings. That seems like a pretty tall tale to me."
I'm meaning any other besides the obvious. Besides the obvious, have you heard any stories from locals and stuff per se?
Well,
within these walls.
Oh, within these walls, yeah. The farmers talk after a long day's hard work, but I mean, if you're looking for town gossip, you're gonna get a whole lot of he's sleeping with her and she's sleeping with her and he's sleeping with him and whatnot, and he stole this from this and blah 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 blah. Nothing really juicy per se to an outsider unless you know all of the inner workings of the drama in our town.
Do go on about the drama.
All right, well, now you didn't hear this from me, stranger, but you seem like a kindly old soul.
Don't worry. My lips are sealed.
All right, and he reaches below the bar and he pulls out a glass and he fills it up with the same drink that he poured for you, and he kind of clinks the glass with your tankard and then takes a sip of it, and he says, "Now here's something that I just heard recently. Now, Hawk down at the corner store, he was seen canoodling after hours with our blacksmith Hammer, and now Hawk is married, you see, to Irina, and Irina, well, whether she knows or not, well, she's not saying, but you know what I've seen? I've seen Irina come into this very establishment and ask for a key for a room upstairs, and then not too much longer, well, not too much later after Miss Irina goes up there, Jessica comes trampling into this establishment, waves hello to me, takes a shot from my bar, pays for it, of course, she's a good girl, and then heads upstairs without me even giving her a key."
Oh.
Now, I'm not one to gossip or nothing, but we got a pretty liberal way of life here. If you're not happy with your spouse, we always just say you're allowed to, do a fight to the death or sign some paperwork, share some gold, and then, go and canoodle with whoever you want. You ain't gotta use my establishment here to be shady or nothing. I run a respectable business here.
Okay then, thanks.
You're welcome. You know what else I heard?
Yes.
You know what else I heard? I heard that the reason the king ain't been seen by nobody is because he's a real beast, a real ugly motherfucker. Now, I'm not one to talk shit about a monarch who's so far treated me and the rest of us pretty well here, but I hear that he doesn't show his face and he doesn't hold no public balls or whatever, because he's afraid people are gonna be scared of his beastly countenance. Now, I don't know if that's true, but we ain't never seen a monster around here. No, sir, not in 100 years.
Okay then, thanks.
Of course.
And keep the change.
Oh, I didn't think I was supposed to give you any money back, but thank you. That's very kind of you. Feel free to finish your drink.
I just walk off and he notices he didn't drink it.
The barkeep goes, not gonna put this to waste, and then just downs it and then starts to wipe that tankard clean.
Love opens up the door to the tavern and strolls in. Hey, do you have like a restroom I could use? Full tieflingness on display. To the dude who says he's never seen a devil before.
The barkeep looks at Love, points at her, and then goes, "Hey, big guy with the fitness regime, I think I found your devil. She's in here."
Love goes, "What?" And turns around.
Found her.
Oh, damn it, not again. Never mind. And then just immediately leaves into the morehouse, awaiting grapple. That was all. I just wanted to do the rule of 3 bit. I'm good now. Thank you. Yep. Thanks for playing along, everybody.
As you all kind of like reconvene, I'm assuming you're just kind of outside in the middle of this village. Borealis has gone and I had a burp. I'm sorry. Has gone over to one of the little stable areas where there's some like sheep and some goats, and she's kind of leaning over the little fence that's there, and she is extending her hand to let all of the animals sniff her. And as anybody kind of approaches her, she says, "I've read in books that this is what you're supposed to do when you want to make friends with farm animals."
Do you want one?
Do I want one? What do you mean?
You want one of these animals?
Well, I'm pretty sure they belong to someone else.
I walk off.
The pact has been sealed. She kind of looks after you. She goes, "Orda, what does that mean?"
I go and buy one of them. I go and buy one of them.
Do you find one of the like farmers?
Yeah.
All right. You approach a kind of elderly looking man who looks like he's seen some years. He's human. He's wiping the sweat from his brow as he's shoveling out a different section of the stables.
Hey, I would like to buy one of your animals.
Oh. I'm sorry, what?
I would like to buy one of your animals.
You want to buy one of...
Yeah, not dead, alive. Just...
Oh. Well, they still got used to me if they're alive, so I gotta know what,
Just one of your goats, one of your sheeps.
My sheep, so... It's almost shearing season.
Here's a gold piece.
A gold piece.
Yeah.
Nah,
There you
I'm gonna
go.
need at least 5 gold pieces for one of my prize sheep or goats.
One of the ghosts was practically, it had its head in the fence. It was looking like it was on death's door.
Nah, that's just Skippy. He just likes to play like that. We call him Skippy because he's like peanut butter with the way that his brain is so smooth.
Alright, well, I'll take them. 1 gold.
Oh, alright. I guess I'll make a persuasion check.
No! Alright, I'm gonna have to use one of my inspirations.
Alright. I'm really hoping you roll another 1.
No! Oh shit!
I have said for years that Roll20 is a fucking sham, and they let the DM roll whatever they want for the players, and this is proof.
I put 5 gold down. I said, "Fine, take the fucking gold."
I would like to personally apologize to Abria Iyengar for me ever talking shit about this system. Oh, Roll20 has changed my mind. I love it. Ooh. All right. You put down 5 gold for Skippy, the smooth brain goat.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna take one of the golds. I know he's not gonna look.
You're not even gonna take Skippy?
I don't know which one's Skippy.
You described him as the one that had his head through the fence.
I lied. There was no head in the fence. I was just trying to downplay some of it. I don't care for this merchant of death. I don't care about.
Farmer looks at the 5 gold that you've given him, and he goes, "Yeah, all right, that'll do it. Take your pick, but I'd personally vouch for Skippy. I'd like you to leave him. He brings me joy. If you could find it in your heart."
Is he trying to trick me?
With his 17 insight, he is not trying to trick you.
All right, now I'm gonna take Skippy.
You're gonna take Skippy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Skippy now. He called him Smooth Brain, and then he's trying to say, "Don't take him." I'm gonna take him.
I've just created Skippy, but I love Skippy, and I would die for Skippy. All right, Skippy the goat is now going to be added to Dan's possessions. You walk outside and you find a goat with his head in the fence, and he is bleating stupidly, and Bore is just watching him with kind of like a oh, he's so cute. Oh no.
All right, let's get this goat. Let's get out of here.
Roll strength for me.
As all the goats run out. I gave him 5 gold. He could fix it.
Roll strength to break the fence.
Oh.
You break a board that was keeping Skippy in containment.
Okay.
Enough to get Skippy out, but no other goats escape. In fact, as you pick Skippy up and add him into your inventory with whatever means that is, another goat walks up and puts its head into the hole in the fence.
I attack the fence.
Roll damage.
8 damage.
What fence?
All right, cool. Is that goat free?
All the goats are free.
All right, cool. We gotta get out of here. This is your goat now.
Connor's just looking at this. Is like, oh dear, what?
Oh god.
I'm like,
I overpaid them. Okay.
Oh god.
I gave them 5 gold.
Oh, okay. So you're making a break for it?
Yeah, we're leaving with Skippy.
With Skippy and with a barrel full of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Everybody roll perception for me.
that's right. It's daytime.
It's daytime.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it. With disadvantage.
Don't your goggles help?
No, 15. Even with a
15?
disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, love. Where's Klaus?
The what?
Where's Klaus?
Oh, you mean that blind kid that I was watching, like, intently the whole time, except for that when I went into the... God damn it. Got distracted by going in the tavern for my stupid rule of 3. I look to Borealis and say,
Borealis, who is playing with Skippy, the peanut butter smooth brained goat.
So Love, in like perceived slow motion, right? Love looks at Quendar, the consummate professional, like stealthing and infiltrating an entire like town disguised as a normal human being, looking over to Mordau raging against a fence, over to Borealis having the time of her life with a smooth brain goat, and then to the empty space next to her and goes, fuck, and I'd like to look for footprints.
Okay.
Since I know what his footprints look like.
Okay. Roll investigation at advantage, please.
Does he still have the rope attached to him? Is there like just a rope trailing off? I wouldn't have told him not to untie it.
With that crit, because I got a natural 20 plus 6 for 26 on investigation, does that mean he has the rope still attached to him?
He does still have the rope attached to him.
Awesome.
You can see in the dirt his footprints leading to the tavern with a dragging rope imprint behind him.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, fucking duh, the rope. I'm gonna whistle to Quendar, and point to the footprints and then into the tavern. And then, is Mordau in a rage or no?
No. I specifically did not go in a rage. I didn't want to use it outside of combat.
Cool. So Love is gonna whistle to Quendar and point, and then over to Mordau, shout, "Hey, watch the girl!" And then she's gonna book it into the tavern.
Okay.
We're gonna wait right outside of town.
You open the door to the tavern, and you see sitting at the bar, talking to the barkeep, is Klaus.
I'm gonna approach, not necessarily cautious. There's no caution. Love has her staff in her hand and kind of like rolls fingers on it impatiently, and does like a little tap on the floorboard. And we'll just see how this goes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, impatiently says, Your Highness, Your Highness, you can't be doing that kind of thing, as she, like, goes over towards him.
I need you to roll me either perception or insight.
Ooh. A 17, please.
Did I say at advantage?
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. That's a 10 then. Stupid button I forget to click. There we go. Put it back to normal. Everybody can calm down. Yeah, so I got a 10.
Okay.
on my perceptions.
With a 10, you can see that the barkeep is neither surprised at you calling Klaus your highness, nor is he concerned. But as you approach the bar and you say, Your Highness, Klaus kind of turns his head to the sound of your voice and says, Oh, love. Oh, perfect. I was just speaking to Dennis here. He has agreed to give us all rooms for the day and the evening so that we can properly rest. And he gestures to himself, can bathe. Would you mind collecting everyone so that Dennis can provide us with our keys?
No, not at all. And Love's going to once again tell her to stop drinking fish water. I can't hear you, so I'm just.
How did you know? That's what I was doing.
Because the only other thing in your house is
fish broth.
Is a cat, and that is the direction of your fish tank. And I'm Sherlock. That's how. Anyway,
I mean,
I know.
That's because of our last names.
I know. That's exactly it.
Do we dox ourselves now?
We sure did. I was trying to avoid it, even as it exited my mouth. But that's fine.
Drinking
Anyway,
it from the waterfall of the filter now.
That's clean water. Love taps her staff like on the way out the door, loud enough to kind of draw more attention to it, and we'll look out for Mordal, Borealis, and ideally Quendar closer by to see if they are there.
Are you guys there?
Quendar seeing her tap her staff 3 times and just like gives a bit of a thumbs up.
Okay.
But he's but instead of being in front of the tavern, he's like off to the side of the door, just outside of their blind spot. If is there a window on the other side of the door, or not really?
Yeah, there's like stereotypical tavern windows. They're a little grimy, so they're a little hard to see through.
Yeah, he's sort of off, so like he's not sort of off. Like even though people can see him from the front, the 2 people in the tavern cannot see him because he's in the blind spot.
Oh, that's exactly what I was hoping you would do. Then Love is it a full door to the tavern, or is it like the saloon door?
It is not a Western saloon.
Okay.
It is a full door, but it does have the top and bottom halvesies.
Got it. Okay.
But
Love
both
is
of
going.
them are open.
Love is going to close the door behind her, keeping a hand on the handle, and call out to Mordal and Borealis, and say, the boss has negotiated for rooms for us for the day and the night as a way to stay, and he requests our presence inside, all 3 of us, and then does with the hand on the staff like a pinky tap, and then point at Quendar and maybe does like a circle to see if that's enough to kind of get the message across, maybe a little bit. And then she'll open the door.
You saying like to survey?
I think like the general vibe is like maybe go around back, like take a look or something in that kind of general thing. Like I don't want to. Love is definitely not party leader material at all, but in terms of this as like the intermediary between this dude and the rest of you, kind of she has enough tactical knowledge to know like let the infiltrator do what the infiltrator's gonna do, and draw focus as we're missing our bard a little bit, so the surrogate face of the situation.
Seeing
Quill's
him,
there, but he's
Quill's
zombie
playing
mode.
with Skippy.
He's drunk.
Quill is probably like passed out drunk.
There you
Yeah,
go. See,
That's what it is.
perfect. In canon.
Knowing what she told Kunda, basically he's going to, because this is his ace in the hole essentially. Oh, this is something that I came up with within the span of like the break. That's gonna be that's gonna come in handy. He's going to touch Lori, and the group is gonna see her disappear because he cast invisibility on her. She's now like my little invisible scout.
Okay. I'm already thinking of ways to have fun with this. Okay. What would you like Lori to do?
Seeing the outline of the tavern. How tall is the building?
It is a 2-story building, so that is 16 feet, I want to say.
Is there any windows open on the second floor?
Oh, I grossly underestimated. It's like 23 feet, we'll say. Open windows. There are no open windows currently. None that you can see from this side of the bar.
Then what about the first floor?
If there's open windows, there's not open windows, but the door is open.
Then, and I'm just referencing the map per se. So what Kunda is gonna do is essentially go into one of the trees and just like sit on one of the branch.
Okay.
And basically is gonna become cross-legged, and then basically with Laurie and stuff. So like she's essentially now going to be his eyes. Is going to take her vision and then just dart into the board and just do a bit of a survey. Do a bit of a survey. See if.
See what there is to see.
Yeah, and it's gonna see. Just do the first floor and see like if there's any doors open. Notice the traffic and traffic and stuff.
Yeah. So Lori can see from the first floor that there aren't any doors open, but it is a wide floor plan. There is a more secluded area tucked away kind of in the back that has a longer table and its own kind of private fireplace. It seems to have its own kind of like private bar area set up as well. The tavern bar itself is empty, save for Klaus, Dennis the barkeeper, and Love, as she kind of is like half in, half out, it sounds like. Going upstairs, there is the staircase in the back. Going upstairs, Lori will see that there are 5 rooms. Each of them, their door is slightly ajar to denote that there are no current occupants of the rooms. And it's not so much an upstairs as it is kind of a like a balcony landing type situation. So if Lori wanted to, she could sit on the banister and peer down below into the main dining room.
So it's like a... Yeah, because Kunda is seeing in Laurie's vision and stuff, I'm just gonna get her to sit on that spot that you said.
Okay. I will actually show you the map. It is on screen.
Give me a second, I'm just gonna mark my...
And each of the rooms seem to have their own window, however, like small it may be. And then two of the rooms have it appears their own kind of balcony to the outside.
Okay then.
I check the balcony, see if there's any like way to climb up on it to it.
Okay. Are you checking it from the outside?
Yeah.
There isn't really. There's no real like ivy to grow up against the wall, the outside wall of the building. There's no ladder. There's no trellis, I think is the word. However, Mordau being 8 feet tall, would probably be able to, with some finagling, jump up and be able to climb up that way. But anybody else who would want to attempt it would need to kind of like stack boxes up or any other kinds of means of leverage, and it would not be considered conspicuous as the balconies are facing the rest of the town.
Okay. I get back up there.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Guess we're gonna rest for the night.
Perfect. So you all go into the tavern. Dennis and Klaus kind of finish up their conversation. It seems to just be friendly, just kind of like, oh, how's the weather doing? Do you have any complaints about this area that I can help quell when I'm back in office type of thing? Dennis gives you all keys, and then lets you all know that while they don't necessarily have kind of like a bathing hall in this establishment, they are welcome to use there's like a secluded kind of bathing hut that is a little bit off of the property from the tavern that they are welcome to use. And the door does latch, so there is an aspect of privacy. And it is still pretty early in the morning. It's about like 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning right now. So you all have the entire day to yourselves as well as the preceding night.
It's rest
Dennis?
and then head out first thing sunset.
Okay. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
I'm gonna go wash up. I still have wine on me.
Perfect. Wine from Adelaide's place. Okay. Let's see. So the tavern is here. This is where the stable is. The wash hut is going to be this building right here.
Okay. I go to that.
All right. Inside, it is quite spacious. The bathing area seems fairly modern for what kind of environment this is. It has a separate kind of shower stall area. It's still very open air, but there is a pulley system to allow water to rinse you off from above. There is a kind of like trough track in the floor that will help get rid of the water in lieu of a drain. There is a big wooden tub that will definitely fit you. It has a heating component underneath it where you have to light a fire and then it will heat from below. And then it has a much like a barrel of whiskey, kind of a stopper for the water to come out, and then they can refill the tub as needed. There is a bench with fresh, quote-unquote, towels, but there is no change of clothing that you can see in this area.
That's fine. I don't need to change my clothes.
Cool.
I'll just want to get all the wine off of me. I lock the door, but also I stick a dagger in the bottom.
Ooh, okay. There's also a variety of different soaps for you to use so that you can pick your own special scent.
Having never had an option of scents, I just pick the one that's closest to me.
Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. One.
A 1?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Okay. You pick up a very that's a weird name for a scent. You pick a very citrusy type of soap. It smells very refreshing.
What's the name of it? He said it's a weird name. I want to know the name.
No, that's not the one that you got.
Oh, okay. All right.
But this one is it has a little placard beneath the bar of soap or the like little container of liquid soap if you want to wash your hair with the same scent. And it says mock orange.
I am gonna clean my hair because I also got wine in it.
Perfect. There is also
some blood.
Yeah, there's also conditioner as well.
Perfect.
You do that. You are feeling quite refreshed when you finish your your spa session. The bathhouse building smells very sweetly of oranges as you finish and you dress.
I take an extra towel.
Perfect. Are you trying to conceal the towel or are you just...
I just put it in my bag.
Okay. You do that. All right. Anybody else? Or is there anything else you would like to do, Dan?
Nope.
Good. Anybody else want to do stuff?
being that he walked about 2 days and stuff, he's gonna do the same, but he doesn't grab the soap that's from there. He grabs a special soap he has in thing, and basically it's the soap from home, so to speak, and it makes him taking one with someone will go a bit nuts, so to speak.
All right. I'm intrigued. You go into the bathhouse and the water has been changed out. There is a new set of fresh towels for you to use, and you are able to bathe. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Um, no, that's about it.
Okay. Perfect. Oh no, Puff, you've been captured.
Yeah, she just unmuted me.
Nice. Well, do you want to do anything, Connor?
I sure do. First, Love would like to take third round in terms of the washy bath time.
Okay.
She is gonna opt for the local soaps.
Okay.
And she's gonna go for something like minty if they have it.
Wants to go with
Sorry, what?
Something minty.
minty. Oh, I know why that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
I sure will. How about a 7?
A 7. First, I would like to address what Xylo said in the Twitch chat for just a moment. Xylo's here.
Hi, Xylo.
Xylo, what's a sex panther?
It's not important.
Oh,
What
it's
does that smell like?
Not important.
it smells like gasoline.
Hate that.
Gasolina.
It's from Anchorman.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a cologne.
Didn't think that you were still here, but I appreciate your service, friend.
Hi, Xylo. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Whenever it comes out of like a little compartment in the wall, you hear a like,
Hate that.
Anyway, I rolled a 7.
works 50% of the time, every time.
Oh god.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't have to.
Oh.
Okay, so with a 7. Interesting. Okay, so Love, you pick up a soap bar and you give it a smell. And it smells decisively like a crackle of lightning in the air.
Interesting.
And it smells like the crack of magic being introduced into a new area, a new experience, a new world even, because you're interplanar.
Yes.
But it's not the smell you want. You smell this all the time, and while it can be comforting to you, it doesn't remind you of the home that you want it to. So you set it aside and you instead pick up a bar of soap. You give it a smell, and it smells at first like cucumbers. And then you start to kind of like dissect that smell, and it's not just cucumber. There's mint in there too. And there's a little bit of sage. And there's a little bit of cinnamon in there too. And it's a very refreshing and sharp and warm smell. And that's the soap that you pick.
Is there like an indicator of where this soap came from? Like, is there like a label on the box or similar?
There's no label on it. But there are the little placards in front that kind of denote the different scent profiles. Oh, Nightbot. Oh, Nightbot in Twitch chat. You're doing so well, babe. Yeah, it could be a local artisan, but there's no real hey, go see Sue for more of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think then Love is going to after bath time go back into the tavern and ask Dennis or to ask Dennis where the soap comes from.
Okay. Dennis is at the bar. He's still cleaning a glass. He is currently putting another drink in front of an unconscious Quill. As Quill finally gets the sleep that he deserves.
Yeah.
He Dennis nods in your direction, and says, "Yeah, can I help you, Devil?"
First off, thanks. And second, I was
You're the one who's got horns. What else am I supposed to say? I ain't never seen something like you before. Someone like you. I'm sorry, that was rude.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cool, Dennis. Thanks for that. I was just wondering where the soap in the wash house comes from.
Oh yeah. Local artisan, nice lady down the street. She makes them. She goes out into the woods every once in a while, and she like picks a whole bunch of herbs and whatnot, and has her own little garden that she gets stuff from. Mixes them together and makes a nice little concoction of soaps and whatnot. Even sometimes uses the milk that old farmer, I'm looking up a name,
John.
old farmer Rolf.
Sure.
Ed and Eddie. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I was there.
It was not intentional.
But it works.
Yeah.
That's my horse.
I want to walk something back and say, you want to buy a goat from me, Ed boy? Sorry.
Ed boy?
You want to take Skippy from me, Ed boy? Old farmer Rolf's goats, the goat milk that they have.
I see. Well, is this local artisan open to selling more of her soaps?
Oh yeah, sure. We don't really get any visitors here, so I'm sure she'd be open to it.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I'll just pop over there, and Love will leave Dennis to his closed-minded ways and head over to the unnamed local artisan.
Thank you for saying unnamed, because I could not remember if I gave her a name or not. As you leave the tavern, you can hear Dennis say to the unconscious Quill, now I'm very liberal, but, just sometimes you can't really, what else do you call a lady with horns that you ain't never seen nothing like before?
Love is formulating a plan, but everybody at home, here's what you do: go back and watch today's episode of El Juego from this morning.
Are you gonna bite his fingers off?
I am not.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about it. But anyway, go back, watch for context.
Sinisa has entered the chat.
Sinisa has in fact entered the chat. Anyway, so yeah, Love's heads on down the street and walking with her staff to the soap maker. And I'm going to try and buy some soap.
Okie dokie. You encounter the lady that you had seen earlier in the day, who was wearing the dress and the apron. She is working at what looks to be a butter churn, but you're not sure if there's any butter involved in there. She has a work table spread out kind of in a little in fantasy stories when you see the blacksmith, there's always that kind of like open air overhang that they're in. She's in a very similar situation to that.
It's a booth.
It's a what?
Yeah. It's like a booth.
It's like a booth. Yeah, thank you. She's in like one of those. She has a work table that's organized with different herbs and items, and then you can see a few different shelves that have tools on them, bowls and whatnot, pestle and mortar, And then you see a few different bars of soap that are organized into piles, waiting to kind of be wrapped.
Got it.
But she is working this butter churn.
Love's gonna go up and kind of patiently wait in line of sight and give a little wave. Excuse me, hi. I was told that you're the one who makes the soap in the wash hut. Is that you?
Carlotta looks up from her churning the butter. She doesn't stop churning whatever is in that maker. She kind of smiles as she takes a hand away from what she's doing and like wipes her brow, and she says, "I am, yes. How can I help you?"
I was just wondering. I really enjoy the cucumber minty flavored soap that you had. I was just wondering if I could trouble you to buy a bar or two.
Yeah. And she kind of like looks over her shoulder as she continues her work, and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I seem to be out of that. I don't have quite enough ingredients to finish a batch. I'm so sorry, but I may not have another ready for another week or so. Is there another scent that I could interest you in?"
No, I thank you. I appreciate that. I think we'll be gone by nightfall tonight.
I'm walking up behind Love. I got a backpack.
She did not see you yet. Yeah, we're just a traveling party, and we've got some very important people that we're escorting from here back to the King's the King's Palace. So yeah, we're on a bit of a tight schedule, so I don't think I'll be back next week. But thank you. I just also want to say, like, I really admire your handiwork. I think you do some fantastic craftspersonship on your soaps.
Thank you. That means a lot. It's hard to get by here sometimes. What with the farmers. I'll tell you what. I'm really only missing one ingredient. If you could find it for me, I'd be happy to make you a batch of the soap before you have to leave town. It shouldn't take me too long. I have the base almost done here. I would just need a cucumber or two, if you can find one for me.
Yeah, I can get you a cucumber. That's not a problem. I'm happy to do such things. And Love turns around and, like, I guess right into Mordau.
Yep.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Mordau. Actually, it's Love. So Love goes like that, and a thorn whip just whoosh out and like lashes the top of the booth. Just I'm so sorry. Mordau. Hi. Hi. Hey.
Just doing some grocery shopping.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a couple cucumbers. I'll see you in a bit, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
I woke up. I put down 2 gold. I say, I'm gonna need 10 pounds of soap, please.
You're buying a hair shop.
Damn.
Carlotta stops what she's doing at that and looks Mordau up and down and then back up again and says, "Any scents I can interest you in?"
Does it have lye in it?
Do you need it too?
I mean, it's soap, right?
I mean, I try to, I try not to, disclose any of my ingredients.
I put another piece of gold down. I need to know.
It's got lye.
All right,
It's
perfect.
got lye.
10 pounds.
Okay. Do you want just like a total of?
Puts it in. Yep, doesn't matter. Puts it in a backpack.
Do you want any specific smells? Can I offer you any like shampoo or conditioner to go along with it?
Just the lye, thank you.
Oh, you just want the lye.
I mean, if it's in the soap, it's fine. It's gonna be used well. It's gonna smell great.
Okay. All right.
Puts it on his back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It just walks up.
Shopping with Mordell. We have excessive amount of soap. And a goat. And a barrel of whiskey.
Okay, so you have 40 bars of soap.
It's just in a backpack. I just have it in a backpack.
Okay. All right. I would like you to roll me 4d20, please.
4d20. You're gonna tell me about that?
4 die 20. Individually, if you can.
It's 6, a 13, and 13 and a 5.
Okay, cool. You get 10 bars of soap that smell like kiwi. You get 10 bars of soap that smell like chrysanthemum. You get 10 bars of soap. You get 10 bars of soap that smell like cinnamon buns. And then you get 10 bars of soap that smell like horny goat weed.
Okay. Perfect.
Poor Skippy's gonna be so confused.
I'm thinking with that amount of soap, we could just lay out a soap trap and just watch everyone slip.
No. I've got something bigger in mind.
I'm so concerned as to what you're planning.
I have 2 very... yes.
I'm so scared.
And I'll just interject and say, Kunda is watching all of this and be like, okay.
Yep.
I'm like,
is he still up in a tree?
Yeah, he's just watching off in the distance. I'm like, oh dear.
All right. Okay. Love, do you want to start your side quest?
Love has been literally running from like door to door, going, "Do you have any cucumber? Do you have any cucumber? Do you have any cucumber?"
How many doors do you go to?
Literally all of them until I get at least a cucumber, if not 2.
While his love is doing that, I'm gonna call back Laurie and just run none of my thing and just give it to Laurie and say, on the note, it will say, sorry, I need to see the map again. So in the tavern there was about 4 bedrooms, 5?
There were 5 bedrooms.
Okay, so wait, there's that. On the note that's been taken to Love, and Laurie's just gonna come on her shoulder and just have the note in her beak. Say like, one room left in tavern. So, and that's pretty much it.
Love will read that and then pause her search for cucumber and like stop at whatever flat surface is close by, and write a note back that says, "Stay on Klaus," with a like 2 question marks. If you feel like it, I feel like something shady's going on with him. Yeah, I think you're the most nondescript and hidden one of all of us. Anyway, thanks for everything that you're doing. Let me know if there's something else I can get for you. Okay, bye. And then give that.
I'm like, it gets better. I'm like,
that's just me sending a work email.
I'm like, Kunda's reading this, and I'm like, okay.
Love, I would like you to roll me an investigation check.
I said I would love to.
I think Stupid.
Stupid. All right, investigation, huh? 21. A 21 do it for you?
21 will do it for me. You have gone door to door to find a cucumber. what you find instead are no cucumbers.
Why am I even alive?
I go to those farm that we walked by on the way in that had all the vegetables, and I go get some cucumbers.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
No, this whole time, Love has just been shouting at the top of her little lungs. I require cucumbers.
I hear
my
it.
Boyfriend.
And I just walk across the whole town, knowing, all right, I'm gonna go do this for you, Love.
The most dejected, like imagine Charlie Brown dragging his sad ass up the street, defeated, folded in half with disappointment, dragging her staff, just.
You do come across Farmer Rolf, who was the one who sold Skippy, the smooth-brained goat, to Mordau, and Ralph has heard you exclaim for cucumbers, and he said, there's an abandoned patch of cucumbers down by the farm. You could take as many as you want. It's on the far side.
Love grabs the farmer by his shoulders and shakes him and goes, "You have just saved a life today," and then runs with renewed energy, like Tom Cruise run from Cougar Town all the way down.
Now be warned. Now be warned. The reason that it's unclaimed is because some people think it's cursed by a witch.
I don't care.
Okay. Do you go to try and find this?
I think cinematically, I'm just. Is it safe to assume that Love finds where this patch of allegedly cursed land is? I have a bit.
I mean, for the bit, yes.
Okay. No matter how long it takes, Love books it and then dramatically slides right outside the barrier. I'm imagining a stone, fence line thing with a little opening, right? And she stops and then she goes. She's like, "All right," and goes to take a step and then puts her foot up and goes, "Huh! Wait a minute." And then she backs up and then turns on her heel and runs back to town to gather Quendar and Mordau and go,
okay.
"I have a quest for my boyfriend. We have to go right now."
All right.
Does Love come up to the tree that I'm sitting in? I'm like,
I think not wanting to blow cover, Love. What does Love do in that regard? She will go close enough-ish and just whistle a tune and go I wish Quendar would meet me at that allegedly cursed patch of thing down over there, because I'm on a never-ending quest for my boyfriend, and it could be very dangerous, and I feel like I could use his help. Oh, no, whatever will I do since I don't know exactly where he is? Dum-to-dum-dum-dum. So it's first, Mordau, I need you, and then run over, and then it's stop at the tree, nonchalant pose, da-da-da, big exclamation, and then runs over, opens up the tavern door, looks at Quill and goes, "Never mind," closes it slowly, and then runs back to the cursed location.
Perfect.
Thereby gathering the troops.
Okay.
Yeah, Quendar is basically just tailing behind, but not nonchalantly.
Yeah. Mordau's he's got his hands behind his back and just walking. So we got Borealis watching the king, right? He's probably not going anywhere.
There's no time. I need these cucumbers.
Alright, that's fair.
After
this, I need to go to buy the potion shop if there's one.
So you, going off of your 21 investigation check, you find in the field of vegetables and crops, you find is this the map that I want? It is. You see the farmers hard at work at their day jobs, tilling the earth, planting crops, and whatnot. You then see up at the very top, so like the north of the map, in a very far tucked away little corner of a field, it is untilled earth. There are several overgrown trees and overgrown bushes in that area. And Love, you especially smell something very familiar. You smell traces of the Feywild.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what this is, but I'm just excited to. In Sylvan, Love stands there with her staff and says, like kind of under her voice a bit, but in Sylvan, I'm not sure if there's anything around here, but I'm really sorry, but I need these cucumbers, and I'm sorry if that inconveniences you. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. As you approach this area, the smell of the Feywild grows stronger to you. And you know that this is a part of the Feywild that has seen a lot of turmoil recently. And it is a part of the Feywild that smells distinctly of roses and cherries. As you approach, you can see that there is a slight glimmer in the air, almost like looking through a dewdrop on a fresh bead of grass. With this crystal clear sharpness, you see a plant sprouting from the earth that has several vines trailing along the ground and then inexplicably up into the air, suspended by who knows what. And from these vines, you can find cucumbers ready to be picked, fresh and ripe.
There you go, Love.
Okay, guys. Team huddle, real quick. So in there smells like the Feywild, and kind of a conflicted kind of Feywild, which is its own brand of problems. But if you're with me, we're gonna ignore that and charge headlong into danger. And I'm gonna go get those cucumbers because I need them because reasons. So thank you for being here. I'm sorry if we get hurt, and yeah, it's gonna be okay. And Love will, with that, tap her staff 3 times and cast Shillelagh on the staff. Pull the rock out of her pocket and kind of like squeeze it and hold it to her chest, and then cast light on it again with that vibrant green. Put it back in her pocket, and then she's gonna go like, "All right, here I go," and step over the threshold into the field.
Okay. Roll me 2 D100, please.
Oh dear.
Wait, we're in a book and you're smelling another plane and you don't want to talk about that more?
No, not yet. Is that together? 2 D100 together, or
separately,
is that
please?
Separate? Okay. Here's number 1.
Okay.
And here's number 2.
Okay.
8727 for those of you kids following along at home.
Okay.
Love over her shoulder to Mordau. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. Cool. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I'm about to
like
do.
that here, the Feywild is like he's basically behind the tree. I'm like, you can go deal with it. All right.
Cool. Don't worry about what I'm about to do. Quendar's 1, Mordau is 2, Love is 3. Love,
Yeah.
you start floating in the air.
Oh.
Oh,
Do I notice?
I don't know, do you?
I feel like Love is so intent on like walking, staff at the ready, that she's like fizzy lifting drinks, not realizing that she's like.
I'm gonna observe.
Okay, perfect. You are floating, Love,
Cool.
and you are inexplicably floating higher and higher and higher into the air, and you don't notice for a moment because you are so fixated on grabbing these cucumbers because they remind you of your boyfriend. And every time you reach for one of these cucumbers, it gets farther away. And the harder that you try to grab a cucumber, the farther away it gets. And then suddenly, you're 40 feet in the air.
Okay, at this point,
because you accidentally cast fly on yourself.
Oh,
as a
excellent
random creature.
Cool.
You cast fly, so can you fly down?
I would if I would think about it, but I think for the sake of comedy, for at least this first round of me casting fly on myself, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I think this is a fey trap, and I am a little panicky because Love is afraid of heights. Why not? Sounds fun.
Would you say because you're afraid of heights that you are no longer concentrating on the flight itself?
I would say that maybe I should not have to remember I'm not playing my monk character, so falling is problematic.
Falling damage is bad.
Does frightening break concentration?
Fly does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Does frightening break concentration?
I would say nah. I would say at the very least maybe a saving throw of some flavor. But I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't cause them. I know stun does.
Yeah. Boy, do I. My monkey boy. Anyway.
Connor, what's it like playing a monk?
It's great. Possibly the greatest thing in the world.
So Love, you are flying in the air.
Cool. Yeah. That's Mordau, Quendar.
Do I see floating up?
I wasn't paying attention. I guess Love's already gone. I was checking out what I needed to do something.
Guys, you know I'm up here.
All right, I guess I'm gonna get these cucumbers.
Do you reach for the cucumbers?
Yeah, I go over and reach for the cucumbers.
Roll me a D100. Actually, roll me 2 D100s, please.
Okay. 53 and an 88.
53 and an 88. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Roll me 5d6, please.
Oh dear.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Cool. You don't notice anything, and you're able to grab cucumbers. How many would you like to grab?
How many do you need, Love?
Probably at least 2. 4. Yeah, like get 4. 4 sounds great.
4.
Okay. Perfect. As you retrieve 4 cucumbers from this vine, you also find, as you pluck the last cucumber, Mordau, you find a candlestick whose candlelight looks like a tiny dancing fairy made out of fire, nestled into the little vines.
I don't like this. Are you real?
the candle just continues to burn and the little flame just dancing.
I kind of want to take the candle, but I'm not okay with the dancing. I cast thaumaturgy to snuff out the flame.
Whoa!
It goes out.
All right, I take the candle and I start walking out of the field.
Okay.
Are you good up there?
Yeah, I think Love is like swimming down.
Mhm.
And then once I'm close enough, I would like to cast Thorn Whip and grab the tree.
Okay.
To like Indiana Jones style, like, around the tree branch, and then just pull herself in and kind of like settle back down on the ground. Be like, okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm good.
When did you learn to do that?
I don't know, but I also know I didn't learn how to do it. I just yeah, I'm just gonna carefully like
You just felt that you could do it?
tread air.
It's crazy. I found this candle.
That's cool.
As you pass by the tree to get yourself closer to the ground, Love, you feel something hit your head, and it hurts. And I need you to take 1 point of piercing damage, please.
Okay. Ow.
And as it hits your head, you notice on the ground that freshly landed from hitting your head is a tiny wooden stool that is sized for a pixie or a sprite that has given you a splinter when it made contact with you.
Oh, that's not nice.
Mm-mm.
It's like probably behind the horn too, so it's like a really difficult spot to get.
You said it's a stool, a wooden stool?
It's like a little tiny wooden stool.
Oh, that's perfect. I actually do need this too.
Oh, good. Do you pick it up?
No, I smash it.
That's rude. What do you smash it with?
I smash it with my hand axe.
Okay. All right. Yep. You smash it.
I keep on smashing it until it's dust.
Okay. It pulverized into the earth.
To sawdust.
Yep.
Okay, I get a little bit of the sawdust.
I
put it in my backpack.
All right.
Terrified.
Horrified, really.
Google search spell component
sawdust
compatibility.
I don't think you want to Google what I'm making.
Oh God, what are you making?
Oh, I just need a couple more things.
Are you making war crimes?
No. You did read a book about it.
All right. Yep. So you guys have several cucumbers. Mordau has a fun little trinket and some sawdust. What would you guys like to do?
I cast thaumaturgy on the candle again once we're away.
Mm-hmm.
What does the candle do?
It lights up again, and the little flame looks like it's a different bright.
I don't know how I feel about this. I cast thaumaturgy again. Turn it off.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep. Thank you, Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. You guys head back to town?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you suspicious?
Just cause.
Why?
It's good. I will take 1 cucumber after thanking my 2 companions.
Take all of them.
I will take. Oh, all of them? Are you sure?
They were for you. I don't want cucumbers.
Oh, I just figured since you're, obviously working on something.
I don't need these.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll just take all the cucumbers, and then I'll take the cucumbers, and I'll take them over to Carlotta and say, hey, we were able to get you some cucumbers. Do you think you could hook a girl up?
Carlotta
Wait a second. I'll come with you. Yeah. I do need something else from her for us getting extra cucumbers.
Okay. Carlotta has moved away from her butter churn and is standing at a workbench now, and she is mixing a bowl of goat milk, basically, with a few different ingredients that you could tell are components to the cucumber and mint and cinnamon soap that you used previously.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. She watches you approach and she smiles and she says, "Oh, you're back so soon. I thought for sure you wouldn't be able to find the cucumbers, but this is great news."
Yeah, they were they were in a tricksy Feywild infused bush. Had a little bit of a scare, but here you go. How many will you need?
Oh, well, how much soap would you like?
Oh, just a couple bars for me.
And the rest, the stuff that you don't use in the soap, I'll take that too. The stuff that doesn't end up being the bar, the stuff that you scrape off the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I can make you 4 bars of soap with 2 of the cucumbers. Perfect. So do you give her the 2 cucumbers?
Let's give her all of them, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean,
Okay.
they're cucumbers.
They're magical Feywild cucumbers. You don't know.
Oh.
You don't know. Oh no, I revealed something. Golly.
Love's about to hand over the last cucumber. Goes, wait a minute.
Eat one of them.
This might be this. I think this one's gonna be for us. And
We'll keep. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
right in the backpack.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me like an hour, and I'll have the soap ready for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll if I'm not by in time to pick it up, if you want to just bring it up to the tavern, I would appreciate that too. But I'll be by before we leave town. And thank you so much for all this.
Sure.
And here's a bottle for that stuff too.
Oh, perfect. Yes, thank you. I will put the remnants in this bottle. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. If I'm not here by the time you leave, and you haven't gotten the soap, just check the box out front, and it should be in there for you for pickup. And there's like a little kind of like neighborhood library type box.
Cute. Yeah.
For people to pick up their orders.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, perfect. And Carlotta gets to work on the soap.
Yeah. Then because I don't know about you guys, but I'm good to head back and take a rest before we leave out tonight.
I just need to go to the alchemy shop real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you need me to go with you, or would you
No,
rather
I'm
go
fine.
alone? Okay.
I'm fine.
All right. Love's gonna head back up to the tavern.
Okay. Perfect. I wasn't expecting there to be an alchemy shop, but now there is, so here we go.
It's like basically, I mean, I even made sure I was like 13th century Europe, which would be around what this place is. They have alchemy. They have alchemy shops.
They've gotta. It's not so much as like a designated shop. It is more of a witch's hut. But you do find it tucked away on the very edge of the village in the back, far away from the main road that you traveled through to get to this village, and the road that you will travel down to continue your journey to Klaus's kingdom. It is a small wooden hut, a cottage more or less, that is built for one. You can find a herb garden to the side, encased in a white picket fence. and you can smell freshly baked pies wafting through the window of this little cottage. But everybody in town that you have asked has pointed you towards this as the closest thing they will have to an alchemy shop.
Okay. So I go in and all I ask for is, do you guys have like some sort of bottles of air, like that you made out of flowers and things like that, almost like a perfume of sorts?
This nice looking lady looks at you more now and says, I'm sorry, I'm going to need a little bit more information on what you're looking for. Do you mean a like perfume bottle with the spritzer attached, or do you just want
I don't
an
need the spritzer.
empty bottle?
No, I need a bottle filled with perfume, an acidic amount of it.
Do you
guys have by chance, like, I don't know, like you guys have any remedies for people, like in terms of like they're kind of like potions, but they're not really potions? Or like for people that say are seasick or they just need air, like remedies for people that are, say, like up in the mountains, things like that they can breathe.
Huh. Do you need this? And she kind of looks around and leans in closer to you as if it's a secret and says, do you need this as a magical aid, or are you hoping for a homeopathic sense?
I'm planning on making my own type of magic. I use my own kind of components.
Homeopathic it is. And she looks around again, and then she leans even closer to you, and she says, I would be very careful about who you talk about magic to in this area. And she leans back, and then she just starts collecting different jars of things and places them on a workbench. And you see her grab a jar of a yellow flower and place it in a pestle. You see her grab a jar full of ginger root and a jar of mint leaves, and you see her grab a jar of what looks to be bark, and she places all of these things in a pestle, and then she begins to grind them up. And when she's done, she dips her pinky finger into it and takes a lick of it and kind of tastes it, nods in approval, and then she bottles it up, and she walks back over to you, and she holds it out in closed hands and waits for you to hold out your hands to take it.
I put a little, I hold out my hand. I'm going to put it in a flask after this, but...
She puts the concoction in your hands and covers it with her hands and looks at you very intently and says, do not come back into my home.
Okay.
And then she wraps your fingers around the bottle and then turns away from you.
All right, here you go. Put a gold down. Put it in a flask.
She instructs you to put the gold in like a little dish near her door.
All right. Cheers. Put it in my little backpack.
And she kind of like waves as you exit.
All right. I go back to the saloon. I say saloon, it's not a saloon. I'm just
No,
hung up on
saloons.
saloon doors, the saloon doors.
That will be, I pinky promise, that will be in a later arc. I swear upon. All right. Is there anything else anybody would like to do?
Oh, I do need a food preservative. That's it. I'll get that in the morning.
Okay, what kind of food preservative though?
I just need a food preservative.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
get that
writing
in
that
the
down.
morning. I'm getting it in the morning.
All right. I think I have a feeling of what you're making, but all right. Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Nope.
All right.
Wait. So
You're muted.
so here's the
Okay.
thing, right?
All right.
I
All
know
I'm here for it.
I know that there's plot stuff somewhere in this town.
Right.
But I think that's all Love is focused on is that soap. And then
Okay.
going back and making sure that Klaus and Borealis are where they're supposed to be and not doing anything untoward with each other.
Okay. Is that like a mission of yours? Do you want to spend time on that?
Nah, I just think it's flavor text. I think behind, like, if the camera is focused on Mordau, in the back you see like Benny Hill theme Love like chasing after Borealis, like trying to get her out of the goat pen, and then Klaus is like out sneaking out to go talk with like people or whatever, and like Love is going over and picking him up and then bringing him back over the just trying to in the tavern.
I think that's what you expect to happen, but in actuality, you make it back to the tavern, and Borealis and Klaus are just sitting at a table having dinner together.
Suspicious.
Borealis is taking care of Skippy though, right? Because I mean, I got Skippy for Borealis.
Yeah, Skippy has a bow tied around his neck, and is sitting in the third chair at the table, sitting like people chewing on the plate that they've placed in front of him. And you can see Dennis the barkeep is like, can't believe he paid me off to let that fucking goat sit at that table and eat one of my good plates.
Put it on the King's tab.
You see Dennis the barkeep doesn't really react to that. As the night progresses, the farmers come in from their job in the fields, and they sit at the bar and they sit at the tables and they drink and they talk, and they approach Borealis and talk to her and laugh with her, and they, through the course of the night, teach her like different card games and different party games and whatnot. And the tavern seems very lively. Dennis lights the fireplace to warm up the space. As the night kind of progresses, the sun goes down and it gets a little chilly here. But there's laughter, there's candlelight, and there's drinks, and there's food, and there's Skippy the smooth-brained goat sitting at that table still chewing on that plate. And everything seems nice. And as everybody starts to retire at various points in the night, different wives come into the tavern to collect their husbands and get drinks of their own. Each one of you slowly but surely goes up to your own rooms that you've chosen for yourselves. And Borealis turns in a little early for the evening, and she finds a room for herself, and she tucks herself in and locks the door. Well, she locks the door first, and then she tucks herself in. And she smiles. And as the dead of night slowly comes, is anybody staying up?
I want to ask Dennis a question.
Okay, go ahead and ask Dennis a question.
Dennis, whenever I said put it on his tab, you didn't really react. And I know I asked you how you felt about the king earlier, but how do you feel about him right over there, the guy that you've been serving?
That's the king, Dennis says.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to be an ugly fuck, but turns out he's fairly respectable.
Has he told you to send a message or anything outside of this message?
Well, I mean, he did ask if we had any like carrier pigeons or like mules, but yeah, he asked if I could somehow get a message to the castle to some dude named Rainer.
When did that message go out?
Earlier this afternoon.
How long does it take messages to get back?
Well, it depends on what means we use. Are we using a mule? Are we using a goat? Are we using a pigeon? Actually, that goat at that table over there was our prize messenger until he, I guess, retired and started chewing on plates for a living.
How long is it a horse drive here from the kingdom?
Oh, grueling pace, I'd say 12 hours.
Okay. I go and I pick up the king and I say, "All right, time for you to go to bed."
Klaus spills his drink all over himself and goes, "Oh, come on, I was drinking that. Why?"
No, it's fine. Is anybody following me, or are you guys gonna do something else down here?
Nope. Love is going upstairs. It is 10-7 sleepy times.
It's 10-7 sleepy times.
Kunda's gonna go sleep in the bar. He's just gonna drift back and just.
Right.
Perfect. You are going to join Quill in his sleepover in the bar. Yeah, everybody heads to bed in their respective areas. The bar grows quiet for the night. Dennis locks the front door of the tavern, douses the candles that are lined up around the interior of the tavern. He tucks himself away into his own sleeping quarters, which are the room behind the bar, where it is also the storage room. And everything gets quiet. The village is peaceful. The tavern is peaceful. Somewhere off in the distance, you can hear a wolf howling and another answering its call. But there's no danger here as you all tuck in for the night. Until late in the night, there's a small creak in the door and padding of footsteps.
I would have put a knife. Well, I wanted to interrogate Klaus.
You didn't tell me that, so I went on with my monologue.
I was carrying Klaus by the neck. I wanted to. I was going to. So whenever I said "let's go to bed," I wasn't saying like "let's go to bed." Let's go to bed. I was going to interrogate him on what he sent, because I, being in my own world too, I mean, I wasn't gonna be watching Klaus the whole time, but I want to ask him what he put in that message.
Klaus says, I instructed Rainier on a predetermined, passworded phrase that I was safe and I would like to go home, and that my mission was unsuccessful.
No, I've told you before not to lie to me. And I'm gonna do this a little bit nicer.
Please don't. Don't slice me in two. I'm telling the truth.
Don't worry. I've learned that with that king, I didn't need any answers. So I might have to slice you into more than two. So, and he puts his dagger on the table and he says, all right, you're going to tell me that again. You're going to tell me the truth. And if I don't like it, I'm going to take a finger. You're going to say exactly what you just told me.
I sent a message to Rainier in my castle. A coded message that only he and I know. Saying that I was safe. I was alive. I was at this specific location with the help of Dennis telling me where the fuck we are. And to please come pick me up because I'm scared. And that my mission to find a cure for my blindness was unsuccessful.
I just can't.
Do you want me to pinky promise? Because I will pinky promise because apparently that is important to commoners.
Yeah. Give me your pinky. And he slices his pinky.
Oh!
I'll put it back on after you tell me the truth.
Do you want to roll insight?
I mean, I can tell that he's lying to me without even rolling it.
He's telling the truth.
I rolled the 3.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you know what? With the 3, this motherfucker is lying. Take both of his pinkies. Take
I only took
all of
one.
his pinkies.
I'm gonna
Take his
ask him for
pinky
this.
toes.
I'm gonna ask him for the story one more time.
He's crying. He's crying.
We're getting things figured out in here. Don't worry, everybody else.
How loud is this interchange going?
Have you ever
Like-
cut off your pinky before?
I have not.
It's
Okay. If
He's
it's loud
also
enough,
screaming stuff like, he cut off my fucking pinky.
Love is going to come downstairs in like
Oh, shit.
her cloak as like a bathrobe style thing and just shuffle down. And I just want to do a quick little vibe check on Klaus and his story and see. So may I please do an insight check?
What the fuck? Yeah, go ahead.
Coming in
Help.
not to help him, but to get an insight on him too.
Well, no, like this is helping, right? Like,
Yeah,
like I
that's
just want to
telling
stop at the
the
landing.
truth.
Like, okay, so with a 19, Love bundled up in her cloak goes, Marnow, it is the middle of the night. Klaus is clearly telling the truth as far as he knows it. Please put his pinky back on.
Okay.
Let's just get through this story and move on to the next thing, okay?
Fine. All right. Stand still. I'll sew it back on.
Whoa! No! I'm gonna go down and cast Healing Word on Klaus. I've not had my long rest, and I'm very tie-tie. And I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Right before he heals it, I'm gonna twist it a little bit so it's
monstrous.
Healing Word isn't going to reattach a pinky.
I know,
I
but
mean,
it's all I got. All right.
what is that? Lesser restoration?
There you go. Have some 6 healings for you, Klaus. Never
He's
said I don't.
fully healed, but he is sans pinky.
Never say I didn't do anything for you.
I sew it back on.
I can't.
He's crying again.
I can't help with that. Bark, bark, indeed.
Bork, bork, indeed.
Bork, indeed.
All right. Do I have anything else? Anything I can help this kiddo with?
I sew it on. It's not a great job, but I managed.
Yeah, he has a pinky again, but like at what cost? It's not doing nothing.
Don't worry. You just get one of your clerics to cast lesser restoration. It's okay. But
What the fuck is a cleric?
Oh.
God damn it, Mordau.
Right.
There are no gods.
Well,
Who is to damn this?
just because there's no gods doesn't mean you don't have
at this point in time. Kunda is watching all of this and basically just to
yeah, as long as you have clerics that believe in like your kingdom, you can have clerics still. Maybe you need to focus a little bit on that.
I don't think that would work.
I mean, it does.
Bork, I would like to go to bed now.
Okay, go to bed.
Thank you. And he blindly trumples his way back upstairs.
Oh, we're upstairs.
Oh, we're upstairs.
We're at one of the rooms.
Okay. He blindly shuffles his way back into his room and locks the door behind him.
All right, I'm getting to go into my room. Can I be in one of the rooms that has like a conjoining to Borealis, like through the
little sweet connector
through the like the balcony?
None of the rooms connect.
Oh, I thought there was a balcony that connected all of them. Okay.
Yeah, there is a balcony, but it's in two specific rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do one of those. Can I do one of the two balcony rooms?
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and place your token as to where you would like to be?
Oh, yeah, yes. I'm going to put a knife on my through my door to lock it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, because this is the front. Oh, wait. I'm going to do this one right here.
Okay.
And then I'm going just to sit out on the balcony and watch.
Okay. Maximus, would you like rooms 1, 3, 4, or 5? Or no, you're sleeping downstairs.
Yeah. Save up room for the party.
That's very nice of you. Connor, where would you like to go?
Boop. I will tell you. I want. Which room is Borealis and which room is Klaus in?
Okay, so I'm going to use Laura Lee's token just to kind of be both of them. So Klaus, I feel, would have insisted to have. Oh, is that not gonna work?
The largest room.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with the green bed.
Got it. And then what about Borealis?
Let's see. Let's find a little token for Foray. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, sure, we'll do this. We'll do this one. Bore, I feel like, would go up in this room.
Okay.
And then let's see. You know, I had a month to figure all this out.
That's fine.
Well, Love is going to take the middle room next to Mordau.
Okay.
Primarily to keep an eye and an ear on Klaus. I was going to take that end room closest to the stairs for that exact same reason.
Stupid. Let's use this one as Klaus.
There you go. And then I would say the other thing is to get. Oh no, Quill's sleeping on the bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Quill's on the bar.
Yeah. Then I think that's fine. So yeah, Love is going to take this middle room next to Klaus.
Okay.
And I know we said that we did everything during the day, and I'm fine with everybody sleeping through the night. But in my idea, I took a short rest because I thought we were going to leave at night.
Mm-hmm.
But since everybody else is going to rest, I'm going to just stay up and watch.
Cool.
Okay. And you're watching out the balcony?
Yeah, I'm watching because this is the front, right? This is the only entrance?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
And I've got the bar floor.
Cool.
I take my jug of whiskey off and I put it down right next to me, and I just patiently wait.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna do my closing monologue now. Is that okay?
Sorry. Yes, do it.
No more fucking pinky sacrifices, please. As the night continues on.
Can I just do one more thing?
Oh my god,
I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
fucking-
I'm so sorry. Please go ahead.
I'm going
done.
to take away one
sorry.
of your levels.
I couldn't help it.
I will
have nothing else.
kill your zombie boyfriend.
Please
I
continue.
won't kill your zombie boyfriend.
I know you won't. He's already dead. But please go ahead.
Unalive him.
I'll do it for real. I'll unalive him.
No, not that.
Maximus, you wanna do a funny bit?
No.
Perfect. You get an inspiration. As the night winds down, everything is peaceful. Mordau from his room, from the balcony, sees the stars twinkle in the sky, however painted or real they may be. The night is pristine and serene. From down in the bar, Gwendar is... well, he's serenaded by the sounds of Quill snoring, loudly. And upstairs, as the rest of them sleep, nothing happens. Sweet dreams are had throughout the entire village and especially in the tavern. But somewhere in the night, there is a soft noise of a door opening, feet padding across the hall, a door opening again, and then closing until morning. And that is where we leave this evening's session. Thank you all for joining us for an episode of Connor. What's this session's name called?
Betwixt the Pro Row.
There we
Sorry.
Yarp indeed.
Sorry.
Betwixt die row.
There we go.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Betwixt the Pro Row. I have been Finn, your dungeon deity. You can find me on other Vibe Tribe things such as Gaia Chronicles, which plays every other Monday. We will be playing again next Monday. Erica is our dungeon mistress for that as well. She was playing the Thought of Quill tonight, and we'll be back next session in 2 weeks to do so again. Everybody say goodbye, starting with Maximus.
I have been Maximus playing Kundar, the ever so confused drow. Because of Mordau.
But then Daniel Sebastian playing Mordau, and if you've seen this lady, let me know, please. Because we have some questions for her. And I'm making shenanigans in bags and barrels.
Hi, I'm Connor. I've been playing Love, the Tiefling Fey Wanderer Ranger. You can find me on other Vibe Tribe stuff, including Gaia Chronicles, El Juego, some Season 2 stuff. I'm one, terrified of what Dan has going on, and two, a little upset that Dan keeps showing pictures, or Mordau keeps showing pictures of Love right next to Love. But that's
It's not love.
It's not love.
No,
it's
way
love.
different.
It's
Wow,
Cam.
that's crazy. That you
exactly.
think that tieflings look alike.
It's exactly
Wow.
what Love looks like.
All
That's
tieflings look
crazy.
alike.
I didn't say that. I said
Crazy,
that looks like
crazy.
Love.
That's
There you
not
go.
love.
Fantasy racist.
Horns way different. Way
The horns
different.
are actually, now that you say that, the horns are totally different. Love
Yeah,
is
That's how you
because
wanna
you're
end
not
this
looking.
session?
You're not looking.
I'm not looking.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. You're
That's
right.
how you want to end this session with fantasy
see
racism
what
like
you wanna
that?
Hey,
see.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's exactly how my gaming experience today started in El Juego, and it's just gratifying to come full circle. Of,
Crazy.
yeah, it's great. It's fun.
We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Everybody have a
Okay.
good good rest of your whatever time of day you're watching this. Remember to drink your water. And we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.